V1. Rotate.
Bonjour mesdames et messieurs, and welcome to another Flight Sim 008 video with Fly UK. In case you were wondering, I did manage to make it back from to the UK from our last trip, and we're on the ground here in Liverpool, just to the southwest of Manchester. We're going to be operating Flight 2244, services to Nice, Côte d'Azur. Snacks on board today include leftovers from breakfast from one of our mainline flights, as well as your choice of cold coffee or flavorless tea. And the in-flight entertainment today is Season 3 of Air Crash Investigation. We're on VATSIM, and there is control online, but before we jump into the flight deck, let's have a look at the charts and the weather. Over in the flight dispatch page for Flight 2244, so that is our flight number, that is also our radio call sign, Skyways 2244. It's a low-cost European flight. Using the 737-700, estimated duration is just about 2 hours, 7,040 nautical miles. If we look over here at the map, starting up here in Liverpool, back down through Oxford, Reading, west of London, over the English Channel, down just past Paris. Maybe we'll get a nice view of the Eiffel Tower as we pass Paris. Through the south of France and down into the Monaco, Nice, Côte d'Azur region for the end of the flight. Weather looks good here in Liverpool. Temperature is 12, dew point is 8, winds pretty calm at 3 knots, 290 is the direction. 10 plus statute miles of visibility, no precipitation. The QNH is 1026. Partly cloudy, a little bit of winds aloft, nothing too serious. Let's look over at the charts. So we're starting today with the aircraft parking and docking chart. We're over here at stand 3-5. It's a hard stand, low-cost operation, no jetways. We're not paying for that. We're going to push back with the winds out of the west-ish, planning a departure off runway 27, so off the ramp at Uniform and then up Alpha to whatever holding point we get. This is basically the airport overview map, basically a zoomed out version of what we were just looking at. So Uniform to Alpha, probably hold here at Alpha 2 or Alpha 1 off runway 27. Departure procedure is going to be the Nanty 2 Tango is what we're expecting. So off of runway 27, then it's a left-hand turn tracking the Wallasey 129 outbound radial from Wallasey, which is up here. And our final altitude on this departure is 4,000 down at Nanty. See if we can get clearance to go higher than that from ATC. Do not climb above 4,000 unless instructed. All of that is good. The transition altitude is 5,000 over here in Liverpool. That's about it. I'm going to tune Nav1 to the LVR or ILQ, basically the ILS frequency of 111.75 to track the outbound DME from the field, just so that we can cross-check our left-hand turn to the Wallasey 129. So let's jump back in the flight deck. Alright, welcome back to the flight deck of the NG. So let's start getting prepped. We're on ground power. We'll arm the emergency exit lights. Go ahead and set our IRSs to nav. We can also turn on the window heat at this point, like so. Pressurization and everything, we'll get that set up in a bit. We do have ATC, as mentioned before. Liverpool ground, ATIS, and tower are all online. So while the IRSs get aligned, actually I'll just give it the initial coordinates right away. Let's do that like so. And we'll Golf, Golf, Papa. There we go. So. Switch that to route. We do have a company route. It is FL 2244. Like so. I missed 2244. Like so. There we go. With the winds, we are departing off of runway 27. Like so. Go ahead and activate that. If ATC modifies it, well, we'll change that on the fly. So let's tune to the ATIS. So as we thought, information Romeo, we will be departing on runway 27. I'm expecting the Nanti to Tango departure. All we have left is the squawk code, so let's give ground a call, which is on frequency 12195. Make sure that nobody is in the middle of a conversation on the frequency. Always good etiquette. Well, let's give them a call. Liverpool ground, good afternoon. Skyways 2244 737, stand 35, information Romeo, request IFR to Nice. Okay, well, unfortunately, ground doesn't seem to be coming through on voice, so we got, well, we know it works because I checked with Tower, and they weren't getting me, and I was getting them 5x5, so we just did this the old-fashioned way over text, and we got basically what we expected. We got our squawk code of 2220, and it's the Nanti 2 Tango departure, so we can go over to arrivals and departures, runway 27, Nanti 2 Tango, execute, and there now we have our departure SID all the way to Nanti. We can go ahead and put, whoops, not that one, data, so 4,000 initially, like so, and we'll get the rest of the setup, or I guess configuration procedure here. So we've got perf init, UKB 2244, like so. Perf init, so our zero fuel weight with the 127 passengers is 113.2 tons. We have 4 tons of reserve fuel. Cost index for our low cost is 21. Cruise alt is 350. Transition I will look up on the charts in a second. I'll skip the rest of the boring setup procedure and I'll talk to you when we're ready for the pushback.
And ground to Cockpit, we're ready for pushback.
So there's an MD-11 behind us, and we requested the pushback, but we've got to basically wait for them. Ground has offered us a straight back push. That might actually work out for us. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check on the wingtip clearance here.
And release parking brakes, sir.
Yeah, give me a second. God, these guys are pushy. No, it's not gonna work out. I'll just tell them no. We'll wait. And we'll take a little bit of a delay. Okay, well, a little bit of a change of plans. I've abandoned GSX and we're going for the straight push with the NGX system, trying to push back and avoid this other aircraft behind us, the MD-11, the FedEx. We'll just get it far enough so that we can make the left turn out towards runway 27 and then basically spin it around. So right about here-ish.
Push is complete. Set parking brake, please.
Perfect. That worked out better than I thought.
Set and, pressure's
So let's get the engines fired up. Fuel pumps are on.
Okay,
Blah
sir,
blah
no
blah.
worries, Pin is out.
Bleed air. Tax go off. Like so.
Alright guys, thanks. You're cleared to disconnect. We will be watching for the pin and the release from guidance on the right
And
side of the
engine
airplane.
page.
And we'll see you guys next time through. Roger that. Have a good flight.
There we go. N2 rising. N1 rising. Waiting for 25% N2. Frequency's going nuts. So yeah, a little bit of a change of plans. We're going to make a hard left here, taxi out of the ramp, and then down to runway 27. Let's go ahead and fire one. By the way, the nav radios have already been set up, so we've got the ILS frequency for DME to the field on our outbound. Then we're going to make that left turn. Nav 2 is set to the Wallasey VOR, and the course is set at 129. Pay attention to what you're doing. There's 25%. Tower's on 126.35, so we can retune that. 126.35. London Center is also online, so that's nice. That's 2 good starts. Oops. That one and that one. So I'll get the buses over to that. APU bleed comes off. Engine bleeds go on. Turn off the APU. Packs go on. Probe heats. Apparently there's traffic on the frequency that has the wrong scenery. Anyways, glossing over that. Systems check. Hydraulics are pressure. No, hydraulics. Let's go. That. There we go. Get the taxi light on already. Let's see. Full right. Full left. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral. So, flight controls checked. Flaps 5. 1, 2, 5. Transponder can stay on standby. Let's go ahead and... Did I put traffic? Yep, traffic. Went up there. Let's request taxi. So we were given taxi clearance, but somebody decided to show up in an Air France 74. So basically, it was a conditional taxi. Once they leave, we go left, apron, then alpha, holding point alpha 1. So, 74's gone. Give it a little bit of power. Spin it around here on the ramp. That 74 went who knows where. Maybe through the building. On the legs page. A right turn here. On the left, down to alpha, to alpha 1. Let's just make sure nobody's coming in either direction. Even though there's ATC on, it's always good practice to check right, check left. So, clear on the right, clear on the left-ish, minus the Air France. Not quite convinced of the feasibility of flying a 7.4 out of here, but how would I know? I don't live around here. I guess we'll follow them, question mark? I'm gonna park myself just behind them and maybe give ground a quick call. Alright, we've just been told to contact Tower on 2635, so I'll go ahead and tune to them. Looks like we're number 4, and traffic short final. Traffic may or may not be going around. Unless that aircraft is part of the scenery. I'm not quite sure. I honestly don't know what to make of this. I have scenery for Liverpool. I guess these fine people don't. RJ's looking a little bit nose heavy, nose down, nose it up, flare, flare, flare anytime you'd like, Captain. Yeah. Tower Skyways 2244, holding Alpha 1, fully ready.
Skyway 2244, hold. I think you're on different scenery to the other two, so you can hold it down for 1. I'll just get the other 2 away.
Yeah, thanks, we figured as much. We'll hold Alpha 1, and yeah, we've got it right over here, so we'll wait for the other 2. Appreciate it, Skyway 2244. Alright, so they're definitely on different scenery, so we'll just make the right turn here towards Alpha 1. We'll hold well short of the runway, just in case there's some sort of a discrepancy between where we are and or where our runway is and theirs is.
FM075 behind the departing aircraft from via Alpha 1 runway 27, line up and wait.
So we'll come to a stop right around here, and we can turn off the taxi light for now. And wait for the other 2. Joys of being a pilot, waiting in line. Hurry up and wait. Set the parking brake. There goes the RJ, not quite sure what company.
Runway 2775.
Skyways 224, position. The Air France is on different scenery. He's to your east. He'll be going before you, sir.
Check, we're holding here, Skyways 2244. Different scenery indeed.
Runway 27, cleared for takeoff. Surface wind 290 degrees, 7 knots.
Forgot to add to from the parking lot.
27 FM 075. Goodbye.
There they go. So long. Was a little close. Should be getting our lineup and wait clearance in a second here. Well, he's airborne, he made it. Nice. Just waiting for our lineup clearance.
Air France 075, contact room control 123.9, have a safe flight. Bye-bye.
You'll see I already pre-tuned London control on 123.9, so I just have to hit the switch. Being prepared definitely helps.
75. Thanks for the time.
Iris 2244, you ready for an immediate departure, sir?
Absolutely, we can take it on the roll, Skyway 2244.
Iris 2244, line up and wait, runway 27. Keep rolling.
Line up and wait only, 27, Skyways 2244. Let's Traffic on short final, so we have accepted to take a rolling departure, but we are not cleared for the departure yet.
Skyway 2244, runway 27 clear for takeoff. Surface wind is 290 degrees 7 knots.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 27, rolling now. Skyway's 2244, thank you. 40%. Toga. Let's get out of here. Not one of my best lineups.
Next 345. Very difficult to understand you, sir. Hold position as one to land ahead of you.
80 knots.
V1.
Rotate. V2.
Positive rate, you're up. Waiting on that left-hand turn.
Skyway 2244. Contact London Control 123.9. Have a safe flight. Bye-bye.
London on 123.9, Skyway's 2244. Take care now.
Next 35.
So we're in the turn.
And line of weight.
Visual with the airfield. Hotel Delta, response left downwind, runway 6, left to the Q&H 1026. It's runway 26 left, 2 runways to Gatwick. Flyway 453 via Mike, runway 27, please take off, surface wind, correction 3036 knots. Pushing start. Show 3 kilo, pushing start, cruise face north. Face north, Sean 2 kilo.
Good evening, London Control, Northwest is 518 and stand 15 at Gatwick, 5 Q Hello.
Just waiting to get a word in.
Hello, Q2.
London Control, good afternoon. Skyway's 2244, Nanti 2 Tango out of Liverpool, 4000.
Skyway 2244, London Control, good afternoon. Now unrestricted, flight level 350.
Unrestricted 350, thank you very much. Skyway's 2244. Alright. So, spam the altitude intervene button. We'll start our climb and then we'll accelerate unrestricted to 2350. Sweet. Basically, unrestricted means we don't have to follow the 250 knots or less under 350. So let's do speed intervene, start at 280, like so. Again, London Center, especially when they're combined and they're doing all of the combined sectors, can get quite chaotic, and I don't advise starting off on that in one sector. But I'm not most people, and I don't listen to my own advice, so here we are.
Left downwind. So you need to be left of the runway 26 left, 40315. 122, just a minute, bye.
Over your Newcom on 22.8, Skyways 2244. Take care. Alright,
Delta
so
148, no further ATC, 1 Newcom, TT,
that puts us over the channel and basically on our own for now. We'll see what springs up along the way, maybe France, doubtful at this time, but hey, who knows? Other than that, it's just the cruise. We're at our flight level. The passengers have been released. Pressurization is already set for the arrival, so 350 is our cruising altitude, which we're at now, and the elevation over at Nice is 12 feet, so 0 is the closest rounded to that we could find. Yeah, over the English Channel, if I had a nickel for every time I've flown over this in the simulation world, and basically on our way. If something springs up, I will bring you back. If not, enjoy a little bit of cinematics, and I'll talk to you a little bit closer to top of descent.
60, space flight level 250.